hello. I'm not sure what that was, but hello. Um, it's very, very manly, right? When I put the hip into it. Hello. And welcome back to another Church of What's Happening Now reaction video. And before we get to the video, I wanted to thank Joey and Mikey Klein for having me on Uncle Joey's Joint this entire week. I had no idea it was going to be an entire week of episodes, but I would have done 800 more of them. It's always great to talk to Joey and Mike, and it's just fun because I was thinking about it, and I think Joey in my life might be the person I've talked to the most. Maybe, I don't know. Probably not. Probably he's definitely top three. Uh, Other than my parents, I can't really imagine someone who I've talked to more, especially like over the last 10 years. That's not even a question that he's the most. But in my life, I would imagine he's top three of people that I've spoken to. So if you're watching this later, like years in the future, go back to Uncle Joey's Joint, episode 77 and 78. The link is in the description. Great time. We had a lot of fun. It's always great talking to him. And it was amazing. And so this week, that's why I picked this clip. So we spoke about this on his podcast, The Joint, this week. And it's from episode 166. Unfortunately, this was during the Stickcam days of the podcast, and Stickcam got shut down, so I don't have the full video for it, but I do have the full clip, and I watched part of it, and it made me start sweating. Like, my nipples started to sweat, and I'm sorry for that image, but I don't like confrontation, and like you can see, I stopped at the beginning, but then I fast forwarded to the end just to see where to stop it and all that. And you can see in here how uncomfortable this makes me. And so, a little backstory: we were in this terrible, terrible office in North Hollywood. Which, if you ever go to LA and you're like, "Oh, let's stay in North Hollywood," it says Hollywood. It's not Hollywood. You don't even really want to stay in real Hollywood, but that's a different point. This is North Hollywood, and it's like it's not the worst if like you wanted to like if you wanted to live in LA and not spend $3,000 on a one bedroom or 2,500, you could live in North Hollywood and get one for under $2,000 probably. I don't know anymore. Who knows what the prices are? Doesn't matter. But it's not the greatest area, and especially where this office was. So when we started the Church of What's Happening Now, started in Joey's apartment, and then his wife got pregnant with their lovely daughter, and so we moved it to my apartment. And then we were doing it at 6 in the morning for a while, and we decided to get guests. We'd have to do it later, and it would also be better to have an actual office. So we got this office on Burbank Boulevard, right across Lankershim. I believe it's on Cahuenga, is the intersection of Burbank and Cahuenga, and like it'd be fine for me now. Although our particular office wouldn't. It had no AC, which I need a. I don't care where I live. If I'm in the Arctic, there's gonna be AC on. I need especially back. You'll see I was fat. I mean, I'm still fat, but like I'm on the way down. I don't know. Yeah, see, I'm good with hands. But see, it had no AC, was tiny. We got this little cool, actually it was a pretty cool table, this cool brown table, and it was small. We only used it for this office because it wasn't big enough for 4 people. But the table barely fit. Like, you had to go around, like you had to move chairs and do acrobatics to get into it. But as soon as we got there, it was so weird. Across the hall from us were these preachers who like just would like have meetings about the Lord, I guess. And then right next to, and they never gave us any problems. Next to us was this lady, and I'm trying to be polite. This lady, and she was not a fan of anything that we ever did. And I get it. She's there to technically probably work. Never saw her have a client or work, and like you'll hear this is in the episode of The Joint when we're talking about the traveling notary. That's what this lovely lady was. It was a traveling notary republic where, like, if you need, I don't know, something notarized. I don't know what you need notarized. A contract. I don't know. I got high on the internet for a decade. I don't know what needs to be notarized, but some things need to be notarized. Contracts, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, she had an office. I'm not sure why a traveling notary has an office, but that's beside the point. She didn't like us at all, and as you know from the podcast, we had a little bit of an affinity for marijuana, allegedly. But we legitimately never once smoked in this office. Now, other offices, that's a different story. But this office, legitimately, we never once smoked. Joey mentioned that he had vape pens that don't stink, which they really don't. I don't even think he did that much. I mean, we took a crap ton of edibles, but I wonder what a ton of crap looks like. But we legitimately never once smoked, and we would get complaints, and she would come over, and it just kept happening. It's sort of like when you feel like you're gonna get fired, or you feel like you're gonna get broken up with, and like you feel like you're like one mistake away from it happening. And this episode we had Felipe Esparza on, who's hysterical. Honestly, his HBO special, I've seen his Netflix special. To be honest, I was very high, so I have to watch it again to remember it. But specifically, his HBO special was so good, I watched it 2 nights in a row, and it's a couple years old. So go check that out. Go check out his podcast that he does with Rodrigo Torres and his wife, called the What's Up Fool podcast. And I think that's the whitest way anyone has ever said the What's Up Fool. What's up, fool? Yeah, that might be the whitest. But Felipe and many comedians are not known for being understated. They're storytellers, and they try to be funny. So Felipe, and you'll see it in here, Felipe goes off. He's telling a story about a kid getting kicked out of a class and swearing at his teacher. And that's where the clip is called, give me 1 second, Joey Diaz - podcast gets interrupted for smell complaints. And that is on the Joey Diaz Clips YouTube channel. And yeah, so I'm going to play this here now, and we're gonna watch it. And it's the only way I could describe the awkwardness I feel 9 years later, 8, I don't know, somewhere between 6 and 10 years later. I don't know exactly how many years it was. Probably closer to 7 or 8. I don't know if anyone else watches The American Office. The early seasons where Michael would be awkward and do some like cringeworthy stuff, I would have to pause it because it feels like I'm in confrontation. And I don't like that. It makes me feel icky. And that this is like, I'm probably at most 4 to 5 years into LA, probably not 5, maybe 4. And I'm a dork. I'm nervous. And I don't like being in trouble and being yelled at. And even though this woman was not the landlord and was a traveling notary republic, I don't know what sort of credits that gives someone, but that's what she is or was, or who knows if she's still doing it. And you'll just see what happened. She was none too pleased. Let's put it that way. So like I said, I believe it's 166. The audio is still on the Uncle Joey's Joint feed, but unfortunately there is no video for it. There's video for this, but not the full episode. Okay, let's get going. Let's see here. Okay.
Fuck you, you fucking asshole!
Yeah, that's right. That's right at the end of this, and you can see
And then he goes, you see, that's what I mean. White people are
You can see that
afraid
Joe
to
is
admit their
nervous.
fucking guilt.
Uh,
And he
uh,
fucking,
uh,
that was it.
uh,
eh?
the knock, just the knock sounds angry, and she was right next door. And Joe, like when you saw Joey's face, I just, and I like look at me, but I was probably way fucked up. But I almost don't want to. I'm so thankful that this is a short clip because I'm being honest with you. I don't want to press play right now. It's gonna be. Okay, let's just do it. 1, 2. Ugh.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Sorry about that.
And here comes the knock again. Ooh. And it stinks. Oh my god, I don't know if you could hear that. And she goes, and it stinks. Oh. And then Joey's laughing. Oh, it doesn't. Oh my god. Maybe we stunk, but we did not smoke weed. I promise you, we didn't smoke weed. I am so actively uncomfortable right now, and this happened so long ago. I don't. I was being. I said. I think you could hear. I said sorry when I opened the door. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. All right.
To the other, we can hear you. We're on the phone with business people. We have customers coming in, and it smells like pot.
We're not smoking pot. Nobody's smoking pot. Why do people keep saying that? Nobody's smoking pot.
We're on the phone with customers. Listen, you're a notary public. Maybe you are. I don't know. Maybe I'm being rude. Obviously, if I was in my office right now and someone said "fuck you" like the way Felipe, I'd be annoyed. But like we weren't there all the time. We were there twice a week. Holy moly! Oh God, I wish I didn't feel this way, but I just. Good. I'm freezing on my nipple. That's awesome. That's good to see. They're smaller now. I don't know if you can tell. And it stinks. And then he goes, "We're not smoking. No one's smoking." And we weren't smoking pot. I promise. Like, really, we weren't.
Oh, no.
Enough is enough.
I'm sorry about the noise today. We just got emotional. Close the door. Sometimes you get emotional. What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? Say you insulted white people. You can't say fuck white people.
No, it was Mr. Root. White people.
It was Hitler Jones.
It's Mr. Root. Look,
Look at this shit.
I didn't.
It's the LA Unified School District.
Look at Lee. Lee, what's up, dog?
Oh, that's not.
Damn, he's at that level.
I just no. I'm not that high yet. I was getting nervous. Like I feel like my
Yeah,
mom
I don't.
yelled at me or something.
I feel the same way right now, Lee. I can feel you. Stop. Don't eat as many
Last time
cheeseburgers, but
somebody knocked like I was the feds. I was flushing blow down the fucking sink.
I almost just shit myself.
No. No.
It stinks. Oh my god. I was flushing blow down the toilet. Yeah, Joey thinks this is. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't think it's his stab. I mean, maybe he does. He was smiling the whole time. Oh my god, it stinks. I think maybe that was directed at me. Who knows? Oh my god. Shut up.
It always stinks in here. That's what they always say. We didn't smoke no pot in here. We got nothing's going on.
Okay.
You're
you know what?
right.
Hold on one second. All right, so I'm gonna take the audio out of this because we're dancing. I'm playing. Let's bring it back now. I played. It's either no, God, it's either you or the priest. That's Joey CD. Go get that. But I played. I want to be around just to like calm me. It must have been a Monday because I had it ready to go. But oh my god, that it stinks in here. Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like right now, like I'm 11 years old and I'm in trouble. Like I feel like what I feel like is I went to a sleepaway camp, probably around 11 or 12, and our counselor he was like a high school kid, I think, had like a locker of porn, and when you're around, I don't know how old I was. Younger than 13, I'm almost positive. Like probably 11 or 12. Like, it was before the internet, and I had never seen porn before. And then when you have a locker full of porn, it's gonna be a big hit. So I remember I took 2 pages, so 4 sides of at home, and it was like a farm themed porn, and I hid it under my mattress. And my mom, I don't know if it was changing my sheets or I don't know how she found it, probably, but she found it, and I got in a lot of trouble, and that's how I feel now, and I can't imagine being stoned on edibles and having that woman. It's like enough is enough. It stinks. Um, Looking back on it, it's kind of. I think even now she might be like, it's kind of funny. It's been almost a decade. Hopefully, she has forgiven us. I'm sorry. I really am. I mean, it's tough. They're comics. They're trying to tell a good story. It's not funny to be like, and I guess the kid was angry at the teacher. I don't know. He has to get into the moment. So that was Felipe. And then, by the way, that was pretty much the last straw. We didn't get kicked out, but, and I wasn't involved in this, but, let's just say we weren't there for much longer. We moved to our next office, the one, I guess our second office, not the last one we were in, but the one before that, and we were there pretty quickly, which was better. We had unlimited AC. It was much bigger. It was a much better office. And no one ever said anything to us there about the noise. Like, there was actually, that would be funny. Maybe eventually, if I ever go back to LA for a visit, I'll do like a tour. There was, I don't want to call it a sweatshop, but there was like 2 or 3 offices in the second office building that were just full of clothes and like European people. So I don't know if it was a sweatshop, but I don't know how legal it was. So a little bit of a podcast, and we did it mostly at night then too. But a podcast at night wasn't really that high on the radar of these people. So that was a great God. That makes go. I need to like woosah it out. I can still feel anxious about it. But thank you again for watching this. Don't forget to check out Joey and Uncle Joey's Joint, episode 77 and 78. And thank you to Felipe for a story that I'll never, ever forget. And go check out the What's Up Fool podcast. And I believe his website's felipesworld.com, joeydiaz.net, and I am only Syatt. Go check me out on Patreon, on Twitter, Instagram. There's my link tree, links to everything, and I'll even put that in the description. So thank you guys, and don't forget, every Thursday I do church reactions. So come back next Thursday, and we'll see you again. All right, guys.